Hello K-freaks, my name is Ara and welcome to my channel. It's been more than a month since I finished the K-drama HWARANG and I really loved it. But while I was watching, something caught my attention, and that was the different lamps that were appearing in the different scenes. The lamps were in different sizes, different designs, and hanging or on top of a table. Anyways, I end up wanting to make my own lamp, and that is what I will show you today. I made 4 different designs that I will be leaving in the description box, and all of them are inspired in the drama. In my lamp, I decided also to include the word HWARANG because I just loved it. So, I hope you love it too, and without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. We're gonna need the template of your choice, and as I said before, I have 4 different designs. Remember to open them in a Word document and resize them before printing. You only have to print one side and then you will just use it for the 4 sides of the lamp. Here you can see that I also printed the word HWARANG as I said before to include it in my lamp. We also gonna need some silk paper. It has to be white or beige maybe, but not darker than this. If not, you can use some paper similar, tissue paper or something like this. Some hot glue gun, thick cardboard, it doesn't matter the color of it. Spray paint of your choice. I recommend red or black. And a cutter. You have to start by tracing your template on your cardboard. So for that I'm using calc paper, but if you don't have, you can just color the back of your template in white or with a pencil and then put it back on top of the thick cardboard, so when you trace it will just show the design on the cardboard. But calc paper is much easier. You also can just cut the silhouette of your template and then trace it also. That can be a solution. I'm just taping my template and my calc paper and I'm just tracing it. You have to be very careful, and if you have like a lot of lines, which I'm pretty sure because all the designs are like this, you can use a ruler to help yourself to have a more neat finish. Take your time and be very patient because this is the most important part. The same with cutting this shape. And you will end up with something similar to this. Now, protecting your surface, you have to cut it. Be very careful and also take your time. You can use an X-Acto or a cutter, and you can help yourself with a ruler to have like more straight lines, and yep. You will end up with something like this, and you need 3 more equal pieces. As you can see, in the last one I didn't make like all the holes because this will be the back part of my lamp, so I didn't waste time on it. Here we have a close-up of the pieces. As you can see, the edges are not neat at all, so what I'm doing now is just sanding them a little bit. And I know that my pieces were black already, but because of the calc paper and any dirt, I just wanted to repaint them black just to make sure that they are very opaque and black. Yep. So that's it. So while my pieces are drying, I just decided to trace the word HWARANG on my silk paper. So I cutted the word in 2 parts because I want it in vertical. And now I'm just using some calc paper and taping in place the word. If you will use some tape with the silk paper, just make sure to stick the tape before in your hand just to take off some glue. So now it's just time to trace it. You can use any method if you don't have the calc paper as we mentioned before. Now it's time to color it, and I started doing it by colors. Then I realized that it was very fade, so I wanted like more strong. So I decided to paint it with some markers, but the markers were bleeding, so I changed the brand of the markers, and for that you have now the design in a side and not in the center. Yeah. Once our pieces are dry, it's time to glue them to the silk paper. At first, I wanted to use the silicone, the hot glue gun, but I ended up changing my mind and just using double-sided tape. I think double-sided tape gives a better finish and it's not a mess as the hot silicone can be. I decided to do it this way because I wanted to make sure that the word is right in the center. So now I'm just pressing hard, making sure that all the paper is nice and smooth. And that's it. Now it's time to cut all the excess. Be very careful not to rip the paper because that happened to me and I had to fix it. But yeah, just be careful. And the finished product should be something like this. Now you have to do this for all the rest of the parts. You can also do some cherry blossom design or something like this. And once you have finished, it's time to glue them all together. Do it side by side and just make sure that one side is completely dry before moving to the next one. Hold it until it's completely dry, and I also recommend you to put like more glue on the inner part so it will not show and make it ugly. And that's it, the same thing with all the sides. This is the back part, and as you can see, I'm using the one that doesn't have all the holes. The bad thing about the hot silicone is that it can create a mess. So I recommend you that if you have like some silicone showing up, just paint it with a black marker. You can leave it like this. Here I'm using a LED candle. Never use a real one because it's paper. Or you can do like the top part to cover it. And that is as easy as putting your lamp upside down on top of the cardboard and then tracing the shape and cutting it and gluing it in place, making sure that all the corners are together. And yeah, that's it. And that's it for today's tutorial. I hope that you loved it so much. And also I want to know in the comments down below if you have watched the drama and what you think about it. As always, thank you so much for watching. Annyeong!